Welcome to a brand new episode of Girl Geek and a Gay, the show that brings you breaking news 2 weeks late.
It happens sometimes, you know?
Yeah, very often.
Yeah, that happens at work too for me. But not me reporting the news to other people. Anyway, go on.
I'm Jose.
Hi, Jose.
And that voice you hear is the lovely Jaime.
Hello.
And with us is also the beautiful Stephanie.
Hello.
How you guys doing today?
Well,
Good.
Jaime?
Try to survive. Stop.
How's that going?
It's going. It's going.
Like, there's still time to cancel, right?
Yeah. Jose's been giving me a really hard time about canceling last week. I'm like, all right, so you'd rather me expose you to being sick than like be understanding.
I just don't believe he was sick.
He doesn't believe I was sick. It still lingers, and he doesn't believe I was sick. So this is what happened. This is what happened last time with the pizza too. So we hung out one day because we thought everything was fine. I told him, hey, look, I don't think it's COVID, but blah blah blah, right? And he was like, I'll come over.
Okay. You said it's a cough. I don't feel sick. I don't think it's COVID.
I didn't feel sick.
I was like, it's a cough. I could deal with a cough.
Yeah,
I had COVID for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I had COVID. Well, we all had COVID that day because we also had pizza that day randomly. Anyway, but we tested. We're good. So sorry to freak you guys out, but no, we're good. Aside from that, I mean, work's been work. But I'm on vacation as of yesterday. So yay! I know, much needed rest away from stuff and people and everything.
What do you got planned?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No,
I
actually,
love the sound of that.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to San Diego tomorrow to visit my sister and my niece. So
okay,
that's exciting. Yeah, I miss them. It's been a while.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
doing well.
Yeah.
Much better now that the sickness in my household went away. So that was a good thing we canceled.
Did you get sick?
I didn't. No? Just my daughter.
Lucky. You're so lucky.
She was probably faking too.
I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, those fevers were just annoying.
Yeah. Did Ash get sick?
She got like a sinus infection, but it's from the allergies and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to be very careful because we both couldn't. I was missing a lot of work, and then she was working from home, so it was just like we were like we can't get sick anymore.
Yeah.
Because if we're all sick, we're all just gonna be like at each other's throats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I woke up the day before yesterday. I don't know, actually, maybe a few days ago, and I was just in a really bad mood. And I was being mean to him unintentionally. Unintentionally. Well, because I didn't sleep well, and I was just being in the mood that day because of everything. So everything, and then I was still working, so that didn't help the cause either. So yeah,
it happens.
Yeah, and so I totally get what you're saying about how everybody just, especially if you guys are all in the same all the time, So yeah, how are you, Jose?
I'm not sick.
Lucky bitch.
I'm not about anybody that is sick. It's great.
Bitch. Fuck you.
What?
Aside from that, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
Oh.
There's been a lot of work lately, which is good.
Yeah.
But man, these long days are not great. I had 3 deliveries 2 days ago, right? Mm-hmm. 3 deliveries all day, and I was like, all right, I could get that done by. I started at 9 a.m. I was like, I'll be done by maybe 3 p.m., 4 p.m.
Yeah.
The deliveries were from Long Beach to Riverside.
Oh, fun.
It took 4 hours.
Yeah. Wait, round trip, right?
No.
Oh, to get to Riverside?
To get to Riverside.
Oh, weekdays.
And then 3 hours to get back. And then again, 4 hours to get there. My second trip. And they were closed.
What the hell?
So I had to bring it back.
To Long Beach? Or
to Long Beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
then I grabbed another one and I went to Rialto, which is just a few miles away from Riverside. By that time, it was like 10 o'clock at night. I got there in an hour.
What? Oh, well, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturdays and Sundays are wonderful to go to Riverside,
Oh,
too.
yeah. It'd be great.
Yeah.
But the Saturday trips they had me doing were all in like Huntington Park. So that is very heavy traffic area on a weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So that wasn't great.
So it felt long.
Yeah, very much so.
But you got a lot more done in those days?
I got a good amount of work done.
That was good.
Yeah. So
that's good.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up to? And been nursing your sicknesses, quote unquote.
I was improving my knitting skills.
Ooh, how'd that go?
Very well. I did 5 projects.
Damn. What did you make?
Headbands and little hearts.
Awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I have no skills with I took home ec in like 7th grade. And I remember we we did a like a giant snake pillow. My steak pillow did not look like a steak. I don't know how you screw up a steak. All right.
Wait, a steak or a snake?
Snake.
Oh, okay. I thought you said a steak. I was like,
No,
random.
just.
A steak
a,
pillow.
a meat. He wanted a meat pillow.
I mean, look.
You get lonely. I get it.
It's like on Big Mouth. He's in love with his pillow.
Yeah.
I've never seen that show.
No.
But I heard it's crazy. Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I went to the movies.
Oh, nice.
I watched A Man Called Otto.
I haven't even heard of it. Oh, cool.
It's a Tom Hanks movie, and it's based on a book.
Right.
But it was a really good movie. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much because there's no shooting and like any of that.
'Cause you're a man. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You're a man. I get it.
Yes.
Got it.
But
There's
it
no
was a
guns
very
and-
good movie. I highly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Also watched Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, yeah. The one with Dave Bautista? Is that his
Yes.
name? Okay.
The
yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah. Have you heard about it?
No, that's the one I haven't heard of.
No. What'd you think?
It was fine.
You're not convincing me at all. Either.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's a movie I would recommend.
yeah.
But if I know if you watched it, you're just like,
Meh.
it wasn't a waste of time.
Well,
you know.
Yeah, and so the idea of the movie is that there's this family that's living in like a cabin, I don't know if they're staying temporarily because I haven't seen the movie, but there's a group of people who come to basically one of them has to get killed or the daughter has to get killed in order to save the world, and so they're like, is this real or is it not real type of thing? So they're trying to protect their kid, and then this group with Dave Bautista is trying to kill the kid in order to save the world. That's what I got based on the...
No. I really love when someone that hasn't watched the movie explains it.
I'm just saying, but did you hear what I said about what I was going to say is that based on the preview, that's what I got from it. Is that not what it was about?
No, yeah, pretty much.
No, so, fight.
So what it is there's this family goes off on a retreat, and they're in a cabin when these four people just come out of the woods, and they kind of hold them hostage, and they're like, one of you has to die in order to stop the apocalypse. Like, you guys decide, we can't hurt you. You guys have to do it, and you can't kill yourselves.
They have to choose between the three of them
and kill whoever they choose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's
Yeah. It sounds crazy. It sounds sad, but I'm not gonna watch it.
No, you're not missing much,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. It was an interesting premise. I think at points it felt rushed. I actually really liked Shyamalan's camera work on this. Like the way he set up scenes were really good. The tension built up really well. There were just lines that just sounded like an M. Night Shyamalan writing. When it's like, people don't talk like that, bro.
right.
Yeah.
But okay, but it wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it wasn't.
In case I'm not sure. Do you know what movies he made? M. Night Shyamalan. Oh, cool. There's I also don't feel like I can take Dave Bautista serious. Like, it just reminds me of what happened in the Army of Dead,
Yes.
or Army of Zombies. What was it?
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead. I couldn't take him seriously. Like, even in crying, like it was like,
He does have a
oh.
very bad crying face.
Yeah, it's like cheesy almost. And I mean, I get it. Like, it's like overacting and not in like a good way, like in a weird way. So that's when I see him in like something that could
serious
be,
role.
Yeah, something that could be perceived as a serious role. Because I don't know if this movie's a joke or not. You know, like I can't take him seriously because I just Drax, his character in general, the way he is. You know, like he seems like a funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he did a good job.
That's
like
cool.
I had nothing against him. I think he's a little funny looking, but other than that, okay,
Wow.
it wasn't bad.
Who are you guys talking about?
Dave Bautista. He's
He's a former wrestler.
yeah. I'll show you a picture right now too.
I don't follow wrestling.
You're not missing much.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't watched wrestling since like 2000.
I think The Rock was still the champion when I was watching wrestling.
Yeah,
And I really believed it.
because I was with the Stone Cold with The Rock,
Yeah,
like that era.
that's Dave Bautista.
I have no idea. Who
Yeah,
that is.
he will, and I think the only real reason we know him is because he plays Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a Marvel movie as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the real reason I know him. Because other than that, I didn't know who he was.
Also, did you watch Shrinking?
Who?
Shrinking.
Oh no, sorry.
Son of a bitch.
Look, I can't. That guy's face. I don't even remember the actor's
Jason
name.
Segel?
I can't. He was in How I Met Your Mother.
Yes.
Wait, was it that show?
Yes.
And I can't. I don't like his face. I know. I'm sorry.
It is such a good show.
Excuse me. Is it? Yeah. And you make a really good. Okay, I can accept that you've recommended some really good shows. I.e. Ted Lasso.
And this is from the creators and writers of Ted Lasso.
Oh, cool. That's great.
Like including Roy Kent.
Oh, cool.
He's also one of the writers.
Yeah, so I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. How many episodes is it?
I think there's only 4 out right now.
Oh, okay. I might not watch it. And don't say it like that, because I watched Ted Lasso for you. And
How long did it take?
I love Ted Lasso. It took me weeks because he recommends shows and he expects me to watch them all in one night. And I like to
I would
enjoy
expect
the
you to at least watch the first episode in one night.
It did take me a while to watch it.
And they're 30-minute episodes.
It did take me a while to watch it. It took me 3 days to watch 30 minutes. No, I'm just joking. But no.
He's not joking.
Yeah, I'm not joking. It took me a while to watch it. But it was a really good show, I do have to say. I knew I was going to cry a lot, which I did a lot. Talking about that randomly. Oh, well, what were you going to say about shrinking?
No, I watched it finally because it's on Apple TV.
Okay.
So it keeps popping up. So I was like, all right, I'm going to check it out. Harrison Ford is in it. And like the show is just really good.
Harrison Ford is in it?
Yeah, Harrison Ford is in it too. But it is a very good show. And I highly enjoyed it. And I recommend anybody. Like the few people I've recommended it to that have watched it have really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And it's funny because I sit there trying to figure out what I want to watch.
You son of a bitch.
But I've watched a lot of King of the Hill lately. And actually this morning, we saw a King of the Hill episode. And it was like episode like 23, season 3. I don't remember what the name of it. But it's the one where, have you seen King of the Hill? Mm-hmm. So Buckley dies. Buckley is
in the explosion?
Yeah, Luann's boyfriend. And he dies like many. Yeah, he's such a jerk too. Like, but she loves this guy, right? So, like this happened like the first season, I think, and now we're on season 3. And this episode was so deep. I was like bawling my eyes out. Like this morning, I was crying so much at this episode because it's kind of like it was also like it was almost like she was growing as a person in the in the cartoon.
Is this where he's an angel?
Yeah, he's an angel.
Jumping on the trampoline.
Yeah. And you don't realize how deep it is as a kid, right? Like you stop it. This is why you should have done that. This is why you should have done that. Oh my God, stop. Anyway, watching as a child watching this show, you don't realize like kind of
the undertones,
yeah, like the real undertones of like the show. And I saw this episode, I was just like crying my eyes out. I'm like, oh my God, Luann, stop. But it's a really good show. But King of the Hill it's like very meaningful, especially now in an adult, like being an adult and watching it. You're like, holy shit, this is deep. But then you also realize that I think we even talked about this before, that a lot of the cultural references to like Texas and the South and the fringe environment is very like they were talking about it in this show. So like conspiracy theories, like these people who believe this happened for this reason type of thing, as opposed to real history, like they existed, and this show was talking about those people, and it just now it's in real life. Now we can see it a lot more because of media, social media, everything, but that show is deep. It's such a good show. I freaking love King of the Hill. I'm addicted to that. There's still 10 more seasons I have to see of it, little by little.
No, yeah, it's a good show. I loved it as a kid. I know I've rewatched it multiple times. But Shrinking is an hour-long episode.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll consider it. So it'll take me a while. Anything new you're watching lately?
No. I've just been on YouTube.
Yeah.
What do you watch on YouTube? More knitting videos?
It could be knitting, crocheting, hair.
You expand.
Baking, sometimes gaming.
That's awesome.
It just depends.
What type of, like, are there specific type of games that you watch when you watch gaming? No. You say you got into Pokemon Scarlet.
Yeah.
Yeah? How's that been?
It's been fun. that's why I was kind of late coming today because
Well, you were early because
Shut up.
you were later than me.
so you're good.
Yeah. So we were defeating a Titan.
Nice.
And then my wife, she makes voices for the characters, and it just cracks me up. So when she says Herba Mystica, it's just the voice she's like Herba Mystica, and I'm just like, I love it. And so I get so caught up. I'm like, do it again. Do it again. I want to hear your voice.
That's cute. That's really
so
cute.
It's really fun, and our daughter is playing with it, like
Yeah.
playing with us with the game. And,
Don't you dare.
And I was like, don't.
I did it.
Smack the bell.
I said that.
But no, and then one of the Pokemon evolved, so we were super excited to see that one. I forgot the name already.
Toxtricity. It evolved from Toxel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got right here.
Yeah. It's funny you say that about the voices, though, because as I'm playing, I make up voices for each of the characters. It gets a lot. It makes it a lot more fun.
It does.
Yeah. Because they don't have voices, and it's so disappointing. In one of the trailers, they showed voices for the director of the school, whatever he is, and then it's not in the game, so it was fake.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Sad.
So if you're gonna read, read it, especially since my daughter doesn't know how to read, we have to make it interesting.
You have to spice it up.
Yeah, so
I get it.
When it comes to the higher voices, I do those, the high pitched ones. And Ashley, she will do the. It's just Arvin that she does the voice for, and it's just like this surfer kind of dude with a lisp. Yeah, like I don't know how to explain it, but it's a really funny,
awesome.
A funny voice that she does.
Nimona is the name of a character in the game, and I love her energy in the game.
I thought Nimona's what you had, and that's why we couldn't come over.
I don't know what I had, okay?
Nimona.
No, but have you guys done the Nimona quest? I mean, because there's 3 different paths they say, right? So I kind of just did probably the way you guys are doing it, everything just all at once as I'm going through different parts of the map. But I love Nimona's her energy is just so hype all the time. It's awesome.
That's something we crack up about. It's like, why are you always running? You're just running everywhere. She's like, let's go.
Yeah. She's always trying to battle you, so it's a lot of fun. You could play Pokemon too.
I could. I actually just bought Hogwarts Legacy.
So not Pokemon.
Not Pokemon.
I want that game so badly.
I bought it and it's installing currently right now as we speak.
Interesting.
So
that's great.
I will talk about it next time.
Very, very cool. Thank you. I still have not played God of War. I'm so sad. I need to stop playing Dead by Daylight.
And
that's
it is such a good story.
I know. And I love God of War. It's so sad. Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. You should play Pokemon.
I don't have a Switch.
You could borrow one of mine.
I was going to say, he has plenty.
Yeah. You could borrow one of mine.
Yeah. So before we move on, I do have a slight correction to make about last show. I kept referring to Zack Snyder's movie as Moonfall when it's actually Rebel Moon. I realized that.
Oh.
Moonfall is another terrible movie that came out.
I was going to say, the only movie I know with Moonfall had Halle Berry in it.
Yes. It was Halle Berry.
Was that in 2022?
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a... Oh. Ridley...
That does have
Is
Halle
it a
Berry.
Ridley Scott? No, it's not Ridley Scott.
It is... it says Roland Emmerich.
Roland Emmerich.
Oh.
It's a Roland Emmerich
There's
movie.
no way I would have known that. I don't know anybody's name. Well, now I kind of do, but not really.
Yeah, but...
I was very disappointed in Moonfall.
Yeah?
I didn't even bother with it.
I only did it because I had one of my nights where I just was not sleeping, and I was like, okay, she's in space. What is she gonna do in space? So
She's gonna catch the moon.
Was that the idea of the movie? Oh,
kind of, but the moon isn't actually like a rock.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
There's that guy from Game of Thrones in it too.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's why I was like, was it a funny movie? No, right?
No.
It's one of the disasters. Like the moon is breaking apart and is gonna hit the earth or something.
It lost orbit. And now it's starting to collide
because
with
gravity doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Because flat Earth.
That makes sense.
I started thinking about that when I was thinking of that movie. It's like, oh, it's the flat Earth theory. Okay, that's what's happening. But no, the moon was like some type of machine that got taken over by an AI type of thing.
Oh.
And in order to restore it, they had. I don't even remember I don't remember. I just was like watching. I was like, what am I watching? Like, I was really confused.
Yeah.
It had so many storylines that did not. No. They didn't make sense together. I was just like, I don't understand it.
What was the last good thing that Halle Berry was in?
John Wick 3, maybe?
Was she in John Wick 3? Yes. I haven't seen past part 1. So.
The story isn't, I mean, the acting isn't great in that movie, but the action is awesome.
Well, man, that makes sense. I mean,
because Keanu Reeves can't act.
Why does nobody like Catwoman?
Because that is a terrible movie.
I loved it.
Who hurt you people?
It's so stupid. It's cheesy. There's cheesy. Some cheesiness to it.
It's just, I mean, my sense of humor sometimes is it's all over the place. Yeah. I just enjoyed it because of how cheesy it was.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, it makes a lot of sense that how cheesy it was is what made it enjoyable. Like, it's like a cult classic, but not really. Because there's only like the two of us that like it.
Yeah. Because it's like, have you seen Malignant?
No,
I haven't seen it either.
It's so dumb that it's good. That you're just like, what did I just watch?
Yeah.
Like,
I gotta share this.
My sister and my nephew, they enjoyed it. They're like, watch it, because I was like, I need something scary. Like, they're like, oh yeah, watch Malignant. I hit them up like, this was not scary. Like, what the hell did you have me watch? They're like, it was so funny. It was not supposed to be funny, but it was, because you're just like, what? Yeah. If you want to watch something.
I think I know what Malignant is now. Okay. That you mentioned. I've seen, I think it might be on my list of things to watch, and I guess I will be removing it.
I say watch it, but don't expect it to be like.
Don't expect it to be good?
Right. It's so stupid that you're just like, the graphics are good.
You're like, the movie was in focus.
Yeah, I'm like,
the lighting was okay.
Yeah, it's the storyline that was.
I could see the characters.
Yeah.
Well, and I personally liked Catwoman. I understood though that it wasn't like Catwoman per se though. Like, but I also like the villain. You know, I like the idea of I like superhero stuff. I always have. You know, but and a lot of that stuff. A lot of the superhero stuff that came out around the same time was cheesy anyway. Like, we had Daredevil. Right. We had Elektra that came out because of Daredevil. There's a lot of, like even the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I think, came out around that time too. And I love that movie. Like, that movie, I also hear it's trash. But from what I remember, I liked it a lot. So, and by the way, the first Daredevil, the director's cut, which was much better than what we actually got from the Daredevil movies. So, and I don't even like Ben Affleck. So, yeah. But I mean, I just saw Catwoman right now, and I was like, why? It was cheesy, but it was so cheesy. I did like it because of that. Yeah.
I think I like the makeup and the costumes.
Yeah. The villain.
Yeah.
She was cool because like she was. What, she became like a plastic monster or something like that because she had so much plastic surgery or some shit like that.
The villain.
Yeah.
Whatever chemical she was.
So
putting
it was a Kardashian.
No, whatever. Yes. It made them like porcelain.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I think that might have even been her name. I don't
remember. I just know that if you didn't keep using it, you would get this awful rash.
Yeah. So. And then she ended up having like tough skin because of it. Mm-hmm. Right. She was like cracking at one point too.
Show us meth.
Meth? My God. Sure.
Right, let's talk about today's show, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we're one step closer to a Skynet future.
Yay.
Reading comics in school in a certain state can be a misdemeanor.
Oh, no. I know what state already.
You're probably wrong. Because this would surprise me.
Yeah.
Live action video game adaptations are all the rage. Naughty Dog is leaving behind one of its franchises. There's a new Marvel series coming to Disney Plus. There is a story that I thought was too stupid to cover, but I think it might warrant a conversation.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my God, this angered me.
Oh my God.
So more cancellations over at Warner Brothers.
Oh well.
Peter Gunn and
James
Gunn and Peter Safran have revealed their new DC Chapter 1 slate.
Oh yeah.
And of course, Pokemon.
Yay! There is a Pokemon.
Making sure.
God damn it.
Did you guys watch Terminator 2?
Wait, we're right. Oh. Terminator 2? Yes.
Stephanie?
Like
Wait, like, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No.
With Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You made it sound like yesterday or something.
Yeah, I was like, there's a new one. I didn't even know they made a remake. But
Not yet, at least. So the T-1000 in it, the Robert Patrick's character,
Yeah.
that liquid metal,
Yeah.
great villain, right? Mm-hmm. And great science fiction type stuff. Well, scientists have just created this metal that can harden into like metal.
People? I'm like, into people?
Well, they have it can turn itself into liquid.
Okay.
And it'll harden again. So
Isn't
just
that what
like
metal does?
just like the T-1000.
Oh, got it. Like
Well,
on it.
it can shift.
Oh.
Like, so what they did, like they put it into like this cage, and they had it escape the cage.
It's like an AI though, or something, or what?
So
Explain.
they've made breakthrough in robotics, creating this shape-shifting robot that can switch between liquid and metal states without compromising its strength.
Oh.
They made an obstacle course for the robots to navigate, and they had them remove or deliver objects to a model of the human stomach. So right now, it looks like they're in control.
Wait,
But
who's they?
until the
The robots?
until of course we put in the AI. So scientists said they got this idea from the sea cucumber that can alter its stiffness of their tissue to improve load capacity and limit physical damage.
Ding.
Same.
Stop.
But also they have AI. They had AI design antimicrobial proteins that were tested in real life and shown to work.
Holy crap.
So not only are we making this liquid metal, now we're making AI that can design medicine.
Wow. Is this what you're talking about?
Yes.
That looks crazy. That looks really crazy.
And they made it so that it looks like a person to kind of mimic the Robert Patrick's
Could you see it?
T-1000.
Yeah. It's a little Lego person.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
That is crazy. So it's just a video, just for the people who are listening. It's because I know. Oh, were you gonna say something?
I'll try to post it on Instagram.
Oh,
if I
cool.
remember.
Yeah, but it's just crazy the way it. Yeah, did it absorb that Lego thing, or was that a separate thing?
What do you mean?
Because look, there's a white one. Oh shoot, what happened?
I think the Lego is the
Yeah.
liquid metal thing.
But so look, so it starts that way, and then it turns
Yeah,
into.
and then it turns into, and then it reforms.
I thought it grabbed something. Oh, like it formed
yeah.
outside, and
Yeah.
then okay, because it looked like different, almost like a different texture. That's why.
No, yeah,
I think it was
just
the lighting.
reformed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Trends show that at this rate, we may reach what they refer to as a singularity within the next decade.
That is crazy.
So the
looking.
singularity is a concept that describes the moment AI exceeds beyond control and can rapidly transform society.
Damn.
So what I was reading, within the next 7 years,
Wow.
we could reach the
Wow.
singularity.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, but it like not like in a scary sense, right? At the same time, but be nice to your iPhones,
Yeah.
your Samsung devices. I'm just joking around, but seriously.
yeah. A new Missouri law has banned approximately 300 books and graphic novels because reading is for losers.
Missouri.
Yes.
And this is the comic book one that you're talking about?
Yeah, so Missouri Senate Bill 775 went into effect back in August, and it makes providing novels with quote-unquote sexual conduct a Class A misdemeanor. Books included in the ban are Game of Thrones, the graphic novel series, Handmaid's Tale, graphic novel series, the complete... I don't know what the hell I wrote. I'm not sure if this is a typo. The Complete Mouse, a survivor's tale, Gender Queen, a memoir, Watchmen, American Gods, Batman: The Killing Joke, Batman: White Knight, Batman: The Dark Knight Strikes Again, X-Men: Age of X, and The Walking Dead.
Why those specific ones,
Because
or are they
they-
just the most popular ones that they chose from?
Oh no, there's over 300.
Oh, okay.
So like these are just a short list of some of the stuff on there.
yeah.
And this whole like we've been through this in history before, you know, the
Right.
whole book burning thing. Like, why take books away? And they're just like, well, we get to decide who's old enough to read these books. And it's like,
Yeah. I mean, and this was already kind of happening in Florida anyway. So it sounds like the same thing. I can't speak all of a sudden. Excuse me.
You're getting a little choked up there.
No, let me get some water.
Yeah, like just what I was saying. This. It seems that every time we try to take this stuff away, it just creates a dumber society. Did I just say dumber?
You said something. Yeah.
I stand by what I said. You see, I'm already being affected.
Yeah,
I wasn't even there.
It's because of the X-Men.
I needed the X-Men. Did you guys watch the Tomb Raider movies?
Mm-hmm.
All three of them, like, or just the two Angelina Jolie ones?
I think I just saw
Angelina.
one. First one, probably.
I don't think I've seen that. I think I watched the first one with Angelina Jolie, and I watched the new one with Alicia Vikander. Wasn't bad.
When did that one come out?
2016, I think.
No. Yeah, I didn't see it.
You're not missing much.
I thought it was like earlier this year.
It was a pretty generic movie. Yeah,
January.
It was a pretty generic movie.
Yeah.
No, but because it came out so long ago, and MGM lost the rights to Tomb Raider because they didn't make a sequel. Amazon was able to win a bidding war, so Amazon now owns Tomb Raider, and they want to do what they did with the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power.
Oh,
Okay.
And they want to make it into a TV series.
cool.
They have signed Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who is the creator of a show called Fleabag. Have you guys heard of Fleabag?
No.
I think it's an Amazon show, and it's gotten all sorts of awards. I've never watched it, but I hear it's really funny. I've heard nothing but good things about that show, and it's been on my list for like past 4 years, and I just haven't. But maybe one day,
Cool.
I'll get to it. So she's gonna be writing the scripts for this new Lara Croft series. I would be interested in watching it. Like, this reminds me, I watched the National Treasure TV show on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It is not good.
Oh, okay, good.
Like, at all. Oh my God. This show is just so bad. The quote unquote puzzles in it, it's just like, what? No. That's not how things work, man. But also, the main character, she's not a US citizen, right? So she has the DACA program
In the
show.
Oh.
Right? And they make it such a such a big deal. Like, it is such a big deal. There is one point where like one of her friends tells some new person that they met that she likes that she has DACA, and he is just so heartbroken over it. He's like, I told him that you had DACA, and she's just like, it's okay, it'll be fine. I have no problem with it. And it's like, that's not how we act, bro.
I was gonna say I've never heard you say that, Jose.
No, I have DACA.
Yeah.
Like it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
You know, but it is such a big deal in this show.
Is she Latina?
Yes.
Oh.
But it is just a
Yeah.
like it is not good. And I would think I watched like the first 3 episodes, and I checked out after like midway through episode 3.
And I like National Treasure, so
I do too.
I don't know where that's gonna go. That's weird. That sucks.
Yeah, it's just not a good show.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch any more of The Sandman?
The what?
The Sandman.
I saw that one episode. Remember? That felt like
have
it
you
was
watched
like
The Sandman?
it was on
On
Netflix.
Netflix?
No.
Great show. It really is. Episode 1 is really slow, but it sets up everything else, right? To this day, I think The Sandman has 2 of the best episodes I've ever watched, like on any show. Great show. They have a quote unquote season 2, but Mason Alexander, who plays Desire, has said that it's not necessarily season 2. The way that when they released season 1, maybe about 2 weeks later, they released, I think it was one standalone episode. And now people are speculating that these next few episodes that are going to be released are going to be like standalone episodes, as opposed to an entire season 2. So I'm looking forward to it. I really like The Sandman, the story. It's about Morpheus, the god of dreams. And in episode 1, he's captured, and he's captured for about 100 years, right? And when he's captured, this sleeping sickness goes around, and a lot of people like fall asleep and they just aren't waking up. So when he's released, like he sees what's going on with the dream world and how everything's just falling apart, and then he's trying to regain all of the items that were lost. There's an episode where he goes to hell and faces off with Lucifer. I would like to talk about this episode because I thought this was a really cheesy battle with Lucifer, but some people are saying that it was really good, and I'm just like,
yeah, well,
I'm wondering what other people think because I thought it was dumb.
Yeah, the episode was dumb.
No, I thought the battle with Lucifer was dumb.
Oh,
but maybe I'm wrong.
It felt like a long show, and I didn't have that much time to invest in it or wanted to.
So you just went back to watch King of the Hill again?
I went back to playing Dead by Daylight.
Of course. So Netflix has gone on record as not calling it season 2 on purpose. There's more Sandman coming in a really cool way, and it can take many forms. We're going to tackle the next huge chunk of stories and however long that might take. And that's what Mason Alexander said.
I also canceled my Netflix, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff that I was really watching on Netflix anymore. And I would just find myself like kind of just scrolling. And I was like, YouTube. YouTube.
Yeah, so Neil Gaiman has a lot of...
voice. I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
You're hitting puberty.
I know. It sounds like it.
So Neil Gaiman has a lot of live action adaptations. I just found out that Coraline is a Neil Gaiman book.
Oh.
And I really like Neil Gaiman. Like, he is just such a great writer. But he also does American Gods on.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that because it's on Stars, and I just don't want to get Stars.
It was. I saw a few episodes, and it was actually pretty interesting. I liked the idea, but I didn't go beyond. I would say even the first season. I probably saw like half the season, if anything.
I have the book, but I just haven't read it because reading is for losers. But he also did Lucifer, which is good. Yeah. I haven't like watched all of it, but every episode I've watched I've really enjoyed.
These are shows that Adolfo really likes too.
Yeah. So he also did Good Omens, which I absolutely love.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys seen Good Omens?
I think I've seen one.
Yeah, Good Omens is on Amazon Prime.
And it has David Tennant, right?
It has David Tennant. You good?
It has David Tennant, right? I don't know what's going on. I've been fine this whole time. Anyway.
Yeah, so it's about Angel and the Demon who team up to to protect the Antichrist, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's a good, and it got a season 2. It was supposed to only be a 6-episode series, but it got a season 2. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get a season 2 of it. Now, Naughty Dog has found a lot of success with its current adaptation of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
They have a lot of cool games too. So they did the Crash Bandicoot series. They did Jak and Daxter, of course, The Last of Us, and Uncharted. Like, Uncharted is a Naughty Dog game.
Cool.
We might be getting new Uncharted games, but Naughty Dog will no longer be involved in those.
Oh, okay.
Like they like Neil Druckmann was interviewed and he basically said we did the story we wanted to tell. Like we're done.
So it'd be like an independent studio that does it.
Yeah, like kind of like with Halo, where Bungie did the original trilogy and then like they created the game, they did the trilogy, and then they were like, all right, we're done with it.
Yeah.
And now 343 Studios took over. Mm-hmm. So it might be something along those lines. Neil Druckmann was just like also very grateful to Sony because Sony doesn't force them to make sequels even to high-selling games.
Right.
So, for instance, when The Last of Us came out back in 2013, they weren't pressured to make a sequel, like right away. I think The Last of Us Part 2 came out like maybe 2 years ago. I think.
Possibly the video game.
Yeah. So, and it was only because they had a story to tell, right? So he still hasn't. He said that he doesn't know if there will be a part 3 yet. There's definitely a possibility, but I like the Uncharted games. The Uncharted games are really fun.
Yeah, I played part 3 and I liked it a lot.
I have part 4 on the PlayStation 4, which is A Thief's End. So like, that's the end, right?
Yeah,
but it was good. It was a very fun video game. They're very cinematic too. Like the way they're shot, the way the set pieces are done, it is like you're playing through a movie.
Cool.
Red Hulk is possibly getting his own Disney Plus series starring Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford?
Yes.
Oh.
So William Hurt passed away.
Yeah.
William Hurt played General Thaddeus Ross
right.
in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he passed away not too long ago. So Harrison Ford will be taking over that character.
Interesting.
I like Harrison Ford.
Yeah, me too.
I like Harrison Ford just because it looks like he's just grown into such a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm here for that.
And Red Hulk, so that makes sense.
And if you see him in Shrinking, he is just a grumpy old man. And I love him. Rumors are that we will see the transformation of Red Hulk in the Thunderbolt movies.
Yeah.
The series is still in early development, so there really isn't much to say about this.
Was that the series that you're going to talk about?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's like, got you. All right, so I want to read the headline to this article.
Oh, God.
Why the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Phase 5 Disney Plus series Ironheart will be Disney's MCU's first attempt at grooming your children.
At grooming your children? Oh, my God.
So first off, you couldn't cut that down? Like, did you have to use all of those words
I was like, it's a
in
lot.
that headline? Like, every single one of those words was important?
They just give you the whole article right there. It's funny because in journalism, they say that you should, the way you write an article is you first like put the most important stuff because they used to have to like telegraph it or whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. And so you would want to put the most important stuff in the beginning. This like just was like, let's just give you the whole story right now.
So here is the first line to this article. Disney used to be home of family entertainment and kids programming. However, much like an uncle who just got out of the joint, they are the last person you want influencing your children right now.
Oh my God. That's how I feel though, to be honest. You know, and the reason I like Disney is because they do stuff that not other studios are doing. Like they really try to give you diversity, characters, stories, different things. And they do that a lot, but it's always sounds like it's going to be taken down a whole different path.
So this article also brings up Disney's fight against the parental rights and education bill in the state of Florida, which a lot of people just call the "Don't Say Gay" bill.
All right.
So this bill bans the teaching of sexual orientation and gender identity to students in kindergarten through third grade. Right. That's how the article refers to it. But in reality, the wording of that bill is a little askew. So it says, or until whoever the educators are, like until the kids are deemed fit to learn it, right? So who knows when the hell? Who decides when they're fit to learn?
Right.
But the longer I read this article, the more and more angry I got at the stupidity that was just being spewed. So in another line, it says, the message from Disney was clear. If activists, teachers in the state of Florida weren't going to be allowed to groom your children into the LGBTQ, Disney would do it for them. So, because, you know, all the gay missionaries that we send out to go recruit gay people.
Yeah.
Or all the trans people that we send door to door, you know, to talk about living their truth.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. You made a really good example of what essentially they say, right, that we shouldn't do. Like, oh my God, sorry.
It's don't like cry. It's okay.
No, it's a talking. Sorry. Stupid. It's just from the talking. That's why. Hold on.
No, it's okay. Take your time. This is riveting radio.
No, I mean he's gonna cut this out. Obviously,
yeah, cut this out. Think so?
Don't do it.
No, but what they exactly that, right? Like they, and this goes even down to like the drag queen, story hours. Like to me, like they're just reading books. You know,
look, I promise you, more children have been molested in a church than they have been around trans people.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I was about to fight you.
I said fact.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a heavy topic, right? For sure. And then coming from the community, and the thing is that like every time that something's not understood, the first thing that is put onto that community, like being gay, is like that, right? Being associating it to being like a pedophile or something like that, you know? And now it's moved on to the trans community. So that's exactly where it's going wrong. And I mean, that's what they're targeting, you know, like it's that type of situation, and it's not even that, not any of that. Like drag queens don't want to read books to your kids, you know, to do anything bad, you know. And again, in every community, in every situation, there's somebody that shouldn't be doing something that they did, you know, or they've done type of thing.
People are shit from all walks of life.
Yes, exactly. But what else is this article saying?
So this is mostly because of Riri Williams, the new series Ironheart.
Yeah.
That's going to be released around her, and the fact that she's going to be a bisexual character, and that they cast I don't know if it's Zoe Terex. I don't know how to say the name, so I apologize for that. But he is a trans actor, and the entire article always referred to him as her in this whole thing. At some point, I just couldn't keep reading. Like I honestly, I clicked on the writer of this article, Jacob Smith from Bounding into Comics, and just saw more of the headlines that he has done. I felt stupid. Like I felt my brain cells just killing themselves.
Wow.
This was just ignorant ass nonsense that I couldn't.
Yeah, I was curious if Ironheart was going to be like bisexual or whatever, because it felt like they kind of implied that even in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, it's. I didn't want to talk about this story, but I felt like it is a conversation that had to be had.
Right.
A lot of this is, you know, based on their religion. And I don't think they understand that what you believe does not affect everybody. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's just they don't want to see more representation.
yeah, like how dare you have people of color in?
Well, and that's what happened with even what do you call it with Wakanda Forever, right? What like what's his name, Tenoch Huerta? You know, just seeing him in a like kind of a leading role was kind of a big old controversy too. And it's again, it's just diversity that they're introducing into the movies, into shows, you know. So I don't know. Everything is being placed as like grooming, you know.
Yeah.
And then the real situation, for example, the situation with the Flash, right? Like they don't remove this guy from the movie, this person from the movie, right? Like he's still in the movie, and WB is like pushing that, you know,
Yeah.
where this is showing a positive spin, or not a positive spin, but outside of what we're used to seeing in movies, right? This is putting positive light on these actors, and they're just kind of like, oh, they're just trying to groom your kids, you know, just for being actors, you know?
Yeah, it's you guys never watch Modern Family, right?
I've seen some.
All right, so
Yeah.
there is an episode because the gay couple in the show, they adopt a little. I think she's Vietnamese.
Okay.
So a little Vietnamese girl, right? And as she's getting older, so you see her as a baby at first, right? And she's, you know, of course, she's growing along with the show. And there's a point in the show where she's just like, "Oh, I'm gay." And they're just like, I don't think you understand what that means. But this is a hilarious episode because like there's a part where it's like, oh, you're not gay, it's just a phase.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
They're like in a restaurant,
yeah, it's
right?
in a restaurant.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It's just everything is like they're saying is being taken out of context.
Right.
But at some point, like she clarifies it. She's like, well, if her parents are French, so she's French. My parents are gay, so I'm gay.
Oh no.
So that's just how she understood it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's how all of these ignorant people understand sexuality and gender.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a phase. It's just what you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yes, exactly, right? Like I know for a fact that since the time that I was a kid, like I saw things differently than most boys, right? Because there's just something you understand, you know? Like you don't really know you're different until, like, for example, in middle school,
All the boys are playing football and you're playing double dutch.
I'm playing Barbies. What are you talking about? I'm like combing hair. No. But no, what I mean by that is like you don't really realize like as a kid that you're quote unquote different until I started getting into middle school. You know, that's when they became like, oh, you're kind of different. You know, like I knew I was kind of different in that age, and then in high school it's like more like that. There's that almost bullying. Guys can tell that you're not a like quote unquote like a guy, you know. So it's something that there are certain groups of people I remember in high school that would look at me like you know, oh, you're kind of gay, you know, like they would say stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't even really know it about myself at that age, you know. But it's not something that you really. You don't choose to be that way, right? This is just how you're growing up, and this is just showing.
It's not a fad.
It's not a fad. No, I mean
fad. I said
that's
fad.
what I heard you say. Stop. No, you know, it's interesting too because like I think my mom kind of like brought it up in a sense of like are you sure you don't need therapy? Are you sure you don't need this and all this stuff? And they don't mean to gravitate towards that idea, but that's how it's presented. You know, I mean that's what they're used to. Something is not normal in you, you know, and that's why it comes up in that sense. And that, you know, it is what it is. But I always had a feeling, you know, like that I'm just am, you know, I don't choose to be this way.
You can't help who you're attracted to.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like me with Chris Hemsworth. Jesus Christ.
The one man he would go gay for.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not me, but I don't find him attractive.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
That man just does it for me.
I liked him in the Endgame, like the most when he was kind of the bigger Thor. They would call him Fat Thor because in Endgame, yeah. We'll wait till you watch it, but yeah.
I've never seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they were calling him Fat Thor. Yeah, he still looked really sexy.
Yeah, he still did.
Yeah.
But moving on, let's move on from the ignorance.
Okay.
Although we're not really sure where the future of Superman and Lois is just yet, the TV show.
Okay.
They did just cast a new Lex Luthor for the show, and it'll be played by Michael Cudlitz. He played Abraham in The Walking Dead. He is a very big redheaded man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But okay.
What?
He's older.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. I'm just saying. Okay. That's it. That's it. I'm not saying anything's wrong with the age, but I'm just saying like I feel like most of the time he's like generally
around the same age.
Superman's age. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how. I'm not sure how old Tyler Hoechlin
older.
is. He is portrayed as older in some, like for instance, Gene Hackman was older than Christopher Reeves. Mm-hmm. I know in Smallville,
yeah, they were the same age.
They were around the same age.
I went back to the Christopher Reeves version. I'm like, no, he was older.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe thinking in the animated series too. Well, I guess he was older in that.
He was older because he was president at some point. So I like the actor. I would like to see what he does with the role. I didn't watch Supergirl long enough to get to see what's his name, John Cryer as Lex Luthor, but I heard really good things about him. John
Spoilers.
Cryer from 2.5 Men. He is the one that's not Charlie. Oh, what's his name? Sheen. Yes, that one.
That just reminds me.
He was Lex Luthor?
He was Lex Luthor in Supergirl. Oh, it reminds you of?
Oh, when I was working at Long Beach Airport, there was this guy who he was really drunk. Oh, yeah. And he kept coming up to me. All the best stories
start that way.
And because I was a barista at the time when I was there. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like making coffee. And he just comes up to me. He's like, so just don't freak out. And I was like, don't say that in an airport. Yeah. Don't freak out. So I'm just like, okay. He's like, I'm hiding from the police right now.
What the fuck?
And I'm just like, okay. And he's like, because they don't want to believe that I'm Charlie Sheen. So I have to like disappear.
What?
And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like not understanding. So I'm like, okay, I'm already freaking out because you're not making any sense to me because you're not Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
And
he's a rock star from fucking Mars, I hear.
And so he was just like, I just need you to get me some water real quick. And I was like, so I get him water. I was like, okay, can you go sit over there now? Yeah. And then I had to call TSA because I was like, he's like freaking me out. He's telling me not to panic. And then he's Charlie Sheen. And then all of a sudden he gets on the seats. And he's like, I'm Charlie Sheen, bitches! And he starts running around in the airport. And I'm just like, Yeah, that's what I had to deal with. I was like, I gave him
Yeah.
water to help him whatever he's on.
It was actually Charlie Sheen.
It was so scary because he's like, don't freak out. And his eyes are like just popping at me. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
Freaky,
I
yeah.
always get weird customers.
Yeah.
Oh, the people are weird in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, that was freaky.
People are weird in general.
I stand by what I said. Titans on HBO will be canceled
Yay!
after this season. Its current season.
One thing that should have been canceled already, and
Yes.
it's being canceled. It's not a good show.
Never heard of it.
No, okay. You're not missing much, as Jose likes to say.
But so will Doom Patrol.
Damn, for real?
You're not watching anyway.
I'm not watching, but it's a really good show.
It is. Doesn't matter. You're not watching anyway.
saw,
I
like-
feel like you're the reason it's getting canceled.
Yeah.
It seems the showrunners were aware of the cancellation of the shows, though, so they will both have definitive endings, which I'm okay with.
That's good.
I think it's important to have an ending as opposed to the Flash that's just been going on for the past 48 seasons or whatever, however long it is.
Yeah.
Like they need to stop. I think it's on the last season too.
That's good.
It seems that I read that already. So both will consist of 12 episodes. They're currently on the final season, but the season was split into two. So we already got the first 6 episodes. The second series of episodes will end both shows.
Did you continue watching Titans?
I watched the first 2 episodes of the new season, and I was like, all right, this is interesting-ish, but not enough to like really just keep watching.
Okay.
So, yeah. James Gunn was, of course, blamed for the cancellation of the shows, and he released a statement saying the decision to end the series precedes us, but I certainly wish the best for the talented group of creators, actors, and the rest of the crew that produced both shows.
Damn.
So, speaking of James Gunn, though,
Yes.
we got he finally, him and Safran finally released a slate of Chapter 1 of the DCU, which will be called Gods and Monsters.
Yeah. Did you watch the video of him talking about it?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sold. But then again, it's just because I already know what DC's been about.
Yeah. So there'll be 10 shows and movies coming that will usher in the new age of the DCU. It's starting with Superman Legacy. I want a new Superman, like a good Superman, like that's what I want. Okay. I love Superman growing up, right?
Me too. Yeah.
Because come on, like Superman could do anything. I feel like Superman in the DC comics was a lot what Captain America was in the MCU, like that hopeful, everything like old fashioned, doing what's right despite what you're being told.
Right.
Because I watched Captain America, the first Avenger, last night while I wrote this up,
Cool.
and that's all I could think of. Like this is what Superman should have been in the DCEU.
Yeah.
Right. Like the personality that they gave Captain America is Superman. I would have loved to have seen that, but that's not what we got. We got a very sad, brooding Henry Cavill who they kept telling not to be a hero because people wouldn't like you. Fuck ever.
Yeah, and yeah, it's sad that they did him. They did him that way, because even in Smallville, he was very hopeful. I liked him a lot. I liked the Smallville Superman that they did. It was nice.
Yeah. So this is set to release July 11th of 2025, and it will focus on Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing, and it will be penned by Gunn himself. Like Gunn's gonna write the script. He's working on the script currently. I think that to make a good Superman story, you do really have to make the story about his humanity.
Right.
Because he is invulnerable. It's really hard to give Superman a challenge, a physical challenge. So you give him an emotional one.
Right.
So I think this is a good way for the story to go. He said, it's not an origin story. He's the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way. He's kindness in a world that thinks kindness as old-fashioned. We're also getting a Supergirl movie. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And this movie is best described as a science fiction adventure, and it's based on Tom King's comic book series. It will introduce viewers to a Supergirl that we're not used to seeing. Gunn said, "We see the difference between Superman, who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents from the time he's an infant, versus Supergirl, who's raised on a rock chip off of Krypton and watched everyone around her die and be killed in like horrific ways.
Right.
So that's the the Supergirl show was. It was a. I didn't find it bad, but I just didn't find it worth continuing.
Yeah. Same.
So I mean, I'm interested to see what they'll do with the character.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's a little early to be introducing her, but the fact that it's not an origin story for like any of the characters, like we're not getting the beginning of their superheroism thing.
Right.
So, I guess interesting. We'll also be getting Batman: The Brave and the Bold, which will introduce the DCU's main Batman. Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves will keep doing their Batman movies, and those are going to be set in its own universe in Elseworld. Elseworld, yeah,
Like just a separate from the
so
DCU.
it's separate from the main continuity.
Yeah.
As well as Todd Phillips' Joker, so that's going to continue in a separate continuity.
Yeah.
But The Brave and the Bold will be based on Grant Morrison's comic series about the father and son. So we're gonna see Damian Wayne.
Oh, that's right.
Finally adapted into live action.
Right.
And Damian Wayne is like 10 years old, but he was raised by assassins, so he is a little murderous little shit that everybody hates.
There's a movie that's come out, like the Super Sons or something like that.
Yeah, I watched that too.
Was it good?
It wasn't bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it shows like Superboy and Robin, right? Like
Yeah.
kind of whatever. So yeah, he's a little dick.
Yeah, Damian Wayne has always been a little dick.
Yeah.
I think. So the premise is assassin murderer he's an assassin murderer who Batman takes on, who is Batman's actual son that he didn't know existed for the first 8 to 10 years of his life.
Yeah.
It's a strange father and son story about the two of them.
And it's he's the son of
Talia al Ghul.
there you go. Okay.
Yes. So Swamp Thing as well. Not much is known about this project except that it'll be tonally darker than the rest of the DC projects.
Yeah.
There was a Swamp Thing TV show that I never watched.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch it because it was like on the DC streaming service, and I
Yeah.
just wasn't going to get another streaming service at
CW
that point.
Seed or something like that.
No,
Oh, it's just a CW app, right?
no, this was on the DC streaming service.
Oh,
that
DC.
Titans originally premiered on
Yeah.
before HBO just mixed everything in.
Yeah. I remember.
The Authority. It's another movie that doesn't have much information about it, but it will see Wildstorm Comics characters being integrated into the DC. Know nothing more about it. The synopsis says they'll be taking matters into their own hands to do whatever they believe is right. That's really all there is about that. When it comes to TV series, we have Paradise Lost, which is a Wonder Woman spin-off series set in Themyscira. And the way Peter Safran described it is it's going to be a Game of Thrones-ish story about Themyscira, the home of the Amazons and the birthplace of Wonder Woman. This drama is really about the political intrigue behind the society of all women. How did that come about? Because we all know women can't work together for that long.
He's joking, okay? Don't listen to him.
Sometimes I don't take him seriously.
At all. At all.
She's being nice.
She is being nice. No.
There is a Booster Gold TV show. Booster Gold is an interesting character.
Yeah, I like the story that they said about him, too.
Yeah, so Booster Gold has no powers. He is a scientist from the future that...
Like a loser, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
And he goes back in time, and with all this future technology, he starts pretending to be a superhero.
Yeah. It actually, I'm interested in
Yeah.
that one for sure. So.
Oh my God, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
again.
So Creature Commandos will be a 7-episode animated series about Amanda Waller creating a Black Ops team of monstrous prisoners. James Gunn has written all 7 episodes.
Wow.
There will be Waller, which is a Viola Davis show where she will be reprising her role as Amanda Waller. And it takes place in the aftermath of Peacemaker Season 1. Peacemaker Season 2 is currently on hold because he's writing all this other stuff.
Oh, got it.
So we have to wait for that.
Yeah.
This is the one I'm most excited about, which is Lanterns. Which is...
Finally.
Yeah, it's a show about the Green Lanterns. It's described as a quote-unquote an enormous TV event series. and it would follow intergalactic cops Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. It's described as a superhero take on True Detective. Did you guys watch True Detective?
No.
I haven't either, so
I'm like, oh.
I don't know what that means. But it will also play a big role in leading the story that they're trying to tell across all film and television.
That's really cool. I'm excited to see the Lanterns in general because we don't. I mean, what have we really seen aside from that Ryan Reynolds movie? And then they were in a cameo.
Yeah,
like in
the Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut. Yep. We need Lanterns.
Yeah. So I mean, that's really all I got for the news. Now, where's that pesky professor at?
I'll be right back. Okay.
So, Professor Jaime,
Hi.
please tell us.
Who's that Pokemon?
All right. So I'm hoping I'm gonna get through this, but this week's Pokemon is Lechonk. That's Lechonk.
I feel like you've done this one before.
Well, yes and no, Jose. Thank you for ruining this. I appreciate it.
Oh.
No, that's not his noise, by the way. Sorry, misinformation. But Lechonk, we talked about because he was introduced as like one of the Pokemon, like they were teasing him. So they were teasing the game by showing off Pokemon.
Okay.
Showing off Lechonk. So I talked about Lechonk a little bit, but it was very brief because we didn't have a lot of information about Lechonk at the time. So and we still don't. Lechonk, he's cute. What did you think about Lechonk so far? Have you seen him in your game?
I have.
Yeah?
He's annoying.
There's so many
He
of
keeps
them.
running at me.
There's so many. This is considered the rodent
Yeah.
of the region, so it's a pig though. But it says Lechonk is the hog Pokemon. It is National Pokedex 915. It's a normal type. I should let you guess, but I didn't want that.
Normal.
Normal
good at
normal is such a generic type. I'm not a fan of the normal type. It sounds lazy to me.
That sounds racist.
Okay. In Pokemon Scarlet, it says it searches. That's
what I
got. It searches for food all day. It possesses a keen sense of smell, but doesn't use it for anything other than foraging. Does not like you.
Yeah, same.
In Pokemon Violet, this Pokemon spurns all but the finest of foods. I'm not sure what spurns means. Do you know? Spurns? No. Okay.
I mean, I would imagine eats.
Yeah, all but the finest of foods.
Oh, and then it rejects. Right?
Did you just Google that?
No, I am doing it right now. Reject with disdain or contempt.
Oh, look at you. Okay, so
Context.
Context.
I was still reading.
That was a good try, though. I get it. This Pokemon's misinformation. This Pokemon spurns all but the finest of foods. Its body gives off the herb-like scent that bug Pokemon detests, so it doesn't attract bugs. Unlike real pigs, because aren't like flies always around pigs? Not this one. It does have two different forms because it evolves based on its gender.
Oh no! Now they're trying to groom our kids with Pokemon. How dare these Pokemon have genders?
You know, at one point, Pokemon, I know that there was either like a Christian or a Catholics, like something like that. Like they came out saying that they're like a bunch of demons, and like what was it? So the Catholic Church was saying that they're a bunch of demons.
Sorry. Like quick aside.
Spin-off.
So, I was listening to there's this YouTuber that I really like. His name is Forrest Valkai, right? He's a microbiologist, and sometimes he hosts on this show called The Atheist Experience, right? And I like to listen to when he's on the show. He's a very smart man, and they have callers call in, right, and talk about like ask questions. And there was one point when he's talking about Jesus Christ and the Immaculate Conception.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. And he says, well, if Jesus just came from a woman, that means that there's no way that he could have received a Y chromosome from a man. So that means that Jesus' chromosomes would have been XX, so Jesus would have been trans.
Oh.
And like the caller just lost his shit.
Wow.
And then he goes like, okay, but if you don't believe that Jesus was trans, then did he have sexual urges? If you say no, then Jesus was asexual, so he's still part of the LGBTQIA
community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
wow,
I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah. Who knew?
So
I never would have thought of that.
So Jesus is trans.
Yeah.
Is what we've learned.
Or asexual.
Or asexual. Or both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na.
Ay.
Let's continue.
Stop. That's not the right. I should have sent you the new one. This is oikalone. Or oikalone. I don't know how to say that.
It's like
cologne,
it's
right?
like cologne, yeah.
Yeah,
Cologne.
okay. Oikalone. Oikalone. Okay, so that's oikalone. There is two different types. That's the male.
Okay.
That's the boy. Or the male, excuse me. And then the female. That's the female. All right. This is also the hog Pokemon, and it's National Pokedex 916. They're the same Pokemon, just different genders, and they evolve based on their gender. So this is also normal type. Did I say that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So in Pokemon Scarlet about the male, it says Oikalone is proud of its fine, glossy skin. It emits a concentrated scent from the tip of its tail. At least it was a tail. At least it was a tail. Like from the tip. Okay. In Pokemon Violet, the entrances. Oh, excuse me. That I just made that up. It is not in there. It entrances female Pokemon. It entrances. Oh my god! It entrances female Pokemon with a sweet, alluring scent that wafts from all over its body. That's Jose. And the female Oikalone. So in Pokemon Scarlet, it says this Pokemon sends a flower-like scent wafting about. Well, hey, you smell like that today. Yeah, I'm like, you smell good. It's very loud. It's well-developed muscles. Excuse me, I don't know where it's came from. I'm making things up again.
Wow.
Well-developed muscles in its legs allow it to leap more than 16 feet with no trouble at all. In Pokemon Violet, liar. This is a meticulous Pokemon that likes to keep things tidy. It shrouds itself in a floral aroma that soothes the Pokemon around it. So that was Lechonk and Oikalone for you guys. Yay! I made it. I survived through it. I'm so happy.
So proud of you.
Sorry. Stop. But yeah, that was it.
All right, so that's our show for today. Join us next week where we will talk about The Last of Us.
Yes. Finally.
I know. It's been a long time coming. That was the saddest bell. Do you guys have anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
No. Well, he got me into the game Pikmin.
Bloom.
Pikmin
Yeah.
Bloom.
Oh yeah.
How's that going?
Well, we had community day yesterday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We have to do 10,000 steps.
Oh, that's the reason that he pretended to be sick last week.
Probably.
No, that was Pokemon Community Day.
Yeah, that was Pokemon Community Day.
And I didn't give it to play. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
No.
I went to the Pike.
Yeah, see, lucky you.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go. Jose still doesn't believe me that I was legit sick.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, he was.
Yeah. So
At
how
the
many
time.
shinies did you catch?
I haven't gotten any shinies, and I wanted that one too. I'm sad. But anyway, how was Pikmin Community Day for you?
So I had to put my watch
Okay.
on my ankle.
Okay.
Because I did not want to walk anymore.
So what were you
I was
doing?
sitting on the couch doing this.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
So I was moving my leg up and down for the podcast. If
yeah.
you're not watching the video.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I put it on my ankle and it was just
I could have kept that on my wrist and it's achieved the same.
Stop. Jose. This is a family show. So wrong. And you don't even play.
If I did,
I know you did. Shut the hell up.
yeah. After doing that, I ended up getting the badge for well, not just from yesterday.
Yeah.
In total, I've walked 1,000,000 steps.
Nice.
So I got the badge for that after that, and then I finally got that plum blossom badge.
Oh yeah.
Which I was super excited about.
Which one is the plum blossom one?
It's the one that's shaped like a plum.
It's not true.
I don't know. There's a Valentine event,
Oh.
and you have to plant plum blossoms, but they're not growing everywhere.
Oh.
And so, yeah, for a community day, I wanted that badge. So, because we weren't very active yesterday, even though I thought we were, I cheated the system. So
Yeah.
I did that, and then I got the badge, and then what else happened? And then I've discovered that when February 9th is National Pizza Day,
No.
so they came out with a pizza icon,
Oh, did they?
so you can get pizza decor
Oh,
on your Pikmin.
are the Valentine's Day ones? Are they duels? Like two of them are coming out at the same time?
What do you mean, like
Like-
the missions?
Yeah, like you get the seedling, and do you get two of them every time? Because like I got two blue, like they I don't know, do they hatch? What do you call it? They grow?
Right.
I grew two blue ones, and then right after that I grew two purple ones, identical. So I thought like maybe they were doing like the event where like it's like a shared. It's like they do two because it's Valentine's Day, you know?
No, I'm only missing 2 colors.
Oh, I'm missing every color except for blue and purple now.
I think I'm missing gray and blue.
Yeah, I made him go do community day with me yesterday. I did 10,000 steps like in an hour and 15 minutes.
Nice.
I'm
God
sore.
damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have done that in 2 minutes. What did I do this time?
Shut up.
No, but yeah, they came out with that little pizza icon.
Oh,
and
cute.
So I keep trying to go behind Pyology to get that seedling, but now I'm just getting the fork and the spoon.
Oh, for the restaurants.
Yes. But I'm like, no, I want the pizza one. Because I'm pretty much, my whole thing, like, I don't know how I passed you in levels.
Yeah. What level are you at?
I'm like 45.
Are you? I don't even know what level I'm at though.
Yeah, 45.
Oh, got it. What level am I at
I
now?
think 40.
Thanks, Stephanie.
I know. like I said, I just stuck on this. And then
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
stuck
I'm
on-
41.
I'm stuck on this mission because the plum blossoms
Yeah.
are not growing, and I
Yeah.
don't have any nectar to grow this flower.
But what is it? Is it like an event for the month or something or what?
Yeah, it ends on the 26th.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
now I gotta do it.
But yeah, so that's what I've been obsessed with.
Awesome.
And then because we went to a birthday party, they had this love disc event for Pokemon. And we were like, for the last 45 minutes, me and Ashley just drove around
Right.
while
Oh.
Penny was in the back seat, just like,
Trying to catch Pokemon.
yeah, we were trying to catch it. Well, you not catch them. You had to do field research.
Oh, okay.
So you had to spin
Oh,
stops in
got
order
it.
to get these.
Did you get shiny?
I got like 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So I was super excited. Yeah. And I think
Cool.
like got like 10 Noibats for community day. Yeah.
So sad.
He's
I really
beautiful.
wanted that one.
He's a beautiful
He is so
Pokemon.
cute. I wanted him. Shiny Noibat. It's like a turquoise or teal.
With a little black. Here,
Oh,
I
yeah.
will show you. I'll show you what it looks like.
And I didn't get one.
Sure.
But yeah. Thank you
Awesome.
for introducing me to Pikmin Bloom.
You're
Because I'm
welcome.
just like obsessed with that game.
Yeah.
Ashley's like, you totally completely stopped Pokemon Go. I was like,
Yeah.
I really did.
Well, it's because you don't have to do as much as you have to do in Pokemon, you know?
Right.
What do you have to do in Pokemon?
Catch Pokemon.
I gotta catch them.
Don't you have to plant plants?
No, that's Pikmin Bloom.
Ooh.
That's Noibat.
That's the one I could have got.
And this is what it originally looks like.
Ah. This is less black and blue.
Yeah. And then what I got yesterday was this one.
Love disc.
It's a
I mean-
heartfish. Yeah.
I have one of those at home.
You're so You're embarrassing. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking.
But yeah. Oh, wait,
Awesome.
you were going to talk about the Harry Potter legacy.
No,
Next
that's next time. Yeah,
Next
because
time.
it's currently installing at home.
Oh, that's
might be
right.
done.
That's right.
I assume it.
I might have to
assume
do
it's
it.
done. It looks interesting. It looks really
Yeah.
cool. And I hear that the character creation system is really good.
Oh, you get to create your own character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
So now you're gonna.
I'm trying to be all righteous over here. Yeah.
All right. Did you do Red Dead Redemption 2?
No.
great game.
I know.
And the story's so good. Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2?
No, but I watched it.
So the story's really good. It's meant for you to play as a good person because that way, like, you get the best out of the story, and you see the redemption of the character, right? But of course, you could play as a jerk and get the bad ending. I think there's 3 different endings to it. But great game,
Cool.
and there's just so much to do.
That's not the one. What's the main character's name in that one?
Arthur.
Oh no. Yeah.
No, John Marston is
The first
for
one.
the first one. But this is a prequel. So you run with the gang that John Marston is hunting down in the first game.
Oh, got it.
And with John Marston.
Cool.
And it's funny because like there is a point in the game where Arthur tells John like you can't even swim, and it's a reference to Red Dead Redemption. Like he can't swim mostly because of the limitations
Oh yeah,
of the game. So he can't swim in the game. So he kind of like
hilarious.
pokes fun at him. All right, so
All right.
you guys have anything else? Sarah?
No, I'm good.
All right, have a week.
Bye.
Bye.